In a world where almost everyone is connected, some people choose not to be. No Instagram, no TikTok, no Facebook, and no endless scrolling before bed. In a culture where sharing our lives online has become normal, that choice can seem unusual. Some people assume that anyone without social media must be antisocial, private, or disconnected from the modern world. But what if the truth is much more interesting? What if avoiding social media reveals something deeper about how a person thinks, feels, and experiences life? Today, we're exploring what it really means when someone doesn't use social media. First, it is important to understand that people avoid social media for many different reasons. Some have tried it and decided it was not for them. Others left after realizing it was affecting their mood, attention, or peace of mind. And some simply never felt the need to participate. While every person is different, psychologists have noticed several common patterns among people who intentionally stay away from social media. One of the biggest differences is where they place their attention. Social media encourages us to document experiences. We take pictures of meals, vacations, celebrations, and even ordinary moments. People who avoid social media often focus less on sharing experiences and more on living them. Instead of asking, "How can I post this?" they ask, "How can I enjoy this?" They may spend more time fully engaged in conversations, nature, hobbies, or relationships because their attention isn't divided between the moment itself and how that moment might appear online. Humans naturally want connection and approval. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a compliment, a like, or a positive comment. However, social media platforms are designed around feedback loops. Every notification can trigger a small emotional response. People who don't use social media often develop different ways of measuring self-worth. Rather than relying on external signals, they may place greater importance on personal values, goals, and internal standards. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as having a stronger internal locus of control. In simple terms, they are more likely to judge themselves based on what they think, rather than what other people think. Attention is one of the most valuable resources we have. Every day, social media competes for it. News stories, videos, advertisements, opinions, trends, and endless recommendations all demand mental energy. People who avoid social media often recognize this cost. They understand that every piece of information requires processing. By limiting those inputs, they create more space for focus, creativity, reflection, and deep thinking. In a world full of noise, they intentionally protect silence. Social media has tremendous power to shape opinions. It influences what we see, what we talk about, and even what we believe is important. People who spend less time on social media are often less exposed to these influences. As a result, they may develop ideas more independently. This does not mean they are always right, but it does mean they are often more willing to question trends, challenge assumptions, and form opinions based on direct experience rather than online consensus. Social media makes it possible to maintain hundreds or even thousands of connections. Yet many people who avoid social media prefer fewer, deeper relationships. They may invest more time in close friendships, family bonds, and meaningful conversations. Rather than spreading attention across a large network, they focus on a smaller number of relationships that matter most. For them, quality often matters more than quantity. One of the biggest fears created by social media is the fear of missing out. Every day, we are exposed to what other people are doing, buying, achieving, and experiencing. People who do not use social media often become more comfortable with not knowing everything that is happening. They accept that they will not see every trend or viral moment. Surprisingly, this can create a sense of freedom. Instead of constantly comparing their lives to others, they can focus on what matters in their own lives. Many people describe a feeling of being mentally pulled in multiple directions while using social media. People who avoid it often report feeling more presence. They may notice details others miss. They may feel more engaged in conversations. They may experience greater awareness of their surroundings because their attention is not constantly being redirected. Presence is difficult to measure, but many people believe it is one of the greatest benefits of spending less time online. Perhaps the biggest misconception is that people who avoid social media are antisocial. In reality, many are highly social. They enjoy friendships, relationships, and community. The difference is that they often prefer face-to-face interaction over digital interaction. They value conversation over comments, connection over performance, and experiences over updates. So what does it really mean when someone doesn't use social media? It doesn't automatically mean they're smarter, happier, or better than anyone else. But it often suggests that they've made a conscious decision about where their attention goes. In a world where attention is constantly being pulled in every direction, that's a powerful choice. Sometimes the people who seem disconnected from the digital world are actually the most connected to themselves, their values, and the people around them. Thank you for watching Wonderverse. If you enjoy exploring the psychology behind human behavior, curiosity, and modern life, be sure to subscribe for more.